As you are looking today at lesson I2, these were the problems from the book. Again, you should have checked your answers for your graphs, but one of the things I should see on your paper is that you first found the vertex. It's located at X and Y. You need to find that axis of symmetry, and keeping in mind that that axis of symmetry is going to be X equals, and then the number that you had in here. That's the number that you are looking at, and it is a vertical line that you are looking at that axis of symmetry. You should put the vertex in the middle of your table. What do I mean by that? Well, if we're looking at a table of X and Y values, keep it in mind that that X and Y value, that you want to go to the middle one, and this is where you put your vertex. And you don't want to write vertex. You want to put the X point and the Y point. And then remember, this will be symmetric. So if you go one place away from the vertex and two places away, like we showed in the last video, you should be able to get those points. And the other thing is I would always check that these 2 points actually work for you, okay? Tonight in your homework, as you look at the worksheet that you're going to be handed out, you are writing first the equation for symmetry in 1 through 6, and then the vertex point. Remember, how do you find that equation for your axis of symmetry? To find the x coordinate, you are always looking at, once you have your equation written in standard form, negative b divided by 2a. So that's going to help you to find your axis of symmetry. You do have to leave it as x equals because it is the equation. And then you should be able to give me your vertex. So each one of these will have an x equals, and then you will have your vertex as an xy ordered pair. My hint would be I would even write vertex in front of it. When you get down to the second half, number 7, 8, what you want to do first is, again, the directions just like you did in your homework from yesterday, x and y. Find that vertex point. This is where your vertex is going to go. Once you found that, then make sure it is symmetric. What if you get a decimal or fraction? You still should be able to do that. You graph 9 and 10 the same way. This one is asking you for the maximum height that the ball reaches. So remember, we're looking for that height. How long will it take to reach it? That's going to be your time. So when you think about this, this is really asking you, these two questions are asking you for your vertex. Here is our time. Here is our height in that vertex. So be careful for that. How long did it take for the ball to hit the ground? That is when we are looking at when that whole equation is equal to 0. So when is that going to hit the ground? And they're just asking you to estimate that as you look at that. We're asked to graph and label the axis of symmetry. So again, notice these are going to be a little trickier. And then you're answering the questions. Give an example of a quadratic equation that is going to open down and has a vertex located at 0, 4. Open up has a vertex at negative 2. And my hint would be I would not try and make it with a middle term. I think you'd be... Okay, so what do I mean without a middle term? Remember, y equals, you need to have a coefficient with your x squared, and then I would have your plus or minus, and I would have your number back here. I would not go with a middle term, okay? Remember, this is your x squared term, and so that would kind of be my hint as you're looking at those. Now, we are going to take a quiz. The quiz that you are going to take, you're going to notice, is from the lesson I1 that I was here when we taught, and you had a day of looking at that worksheet on Wednesday. So from Tuesday and Wednesday, this is the quiz that we are taking now.